So Eman, we're introducing the next category, confession lane. This is something that maybe you can confess or tell us, whisper, something that maybe you never shared to anybody else. So the topic is the following. You have grown into a multi-million, legendary, group, SiGMA plus foundation. You have built a huge business. What is the one maybe rule that you had to break to actually achieve and to stay on top of things?
Well, always be unapologetic, but a rule I had to break. Okay, I'll tell you one actual episode of a rule I had to break. 2021, sorry. If the show in Malta didn't happen, the ship would have sunk. And I was looking around me. There was a great show happening in Amsterdam just before in summer. Then there was a great show happening in Barcelona again in summer because their restrictions weren't so rigid. And then my show was about to happen in November in Malta, but the rules were so stringent that it was impossible to hold the show in Malta. And I'm like, this is so unfair. So all my competition, they're running amazing shows. I've just had a great show in Dubai in 2021. So thank God for that. But unless I manage to pull this off, the big show in Malta, I'm going to sink. So we didn't give up. Then we had this weird, bizarre idea, but it was the last hope we had to do the show. And I remember going to the Minister of Health at the time. I said, listen, we know that you cannot have more than 100 people gathered in one place. And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do the Expo SiGMA, and there's going to be multiple entrances, and we're going to keep people contained, 100 people going through each entrance. And they bought it. They signed it off. Well, they bought it. I think they understood, but they had something they could rely on to protect them, and they signed it off. And we opened the doors, and what 100 people? 14,000 people mingling in Malta. And needless to say, we got our ass kicked by the media.